So, at this point, you might be thinking, wait, I thought Area Zero was created by an impact. You may not be familiar with the idea that Area Zero could have been created from volcanic activity, or you may have already seen Drogain's video about Area Zero being a volcano. But there's so much more to it! The games intentionally create a mystery around the creation of Area Zero. They want mysteries to remain unresolved so that something is off and the player is left wondering. It's a challenge for those who are curious enough to explore deeper and connect the dots. Almost like an ancient mystery school. Think about it. Why is there so much mystery behind how Area Zero was created? It's discussed in Ryfort's history class and all the way throughout the games, even up through the end of the DLC, with some of the final pieces of lore given to us, adding details that uncover clues to the creation of Area Zero. Could they really expect the players of these games to all be a bunch of geology nerds? Or could there be more to it? This element of mystery in the origins of a structure can also be found throughout the history of Calderas, even going back to the creation of the geological term itself. As we discussed, the term was created by Christian Leopold von Buch, who was so intrigued by the Caldera de Taburiente that he put forth a unique theory for what could have created such a cauldron-like structure in his journals. Calderas all over the earth have caused many theories to be put forth for their creation, just like many theories have been put forth about the creation of Area Zero. One that many initially think about both Calderas and Area Zero is that they were created from an impact with a meteorite. Funny how they brought the Pokémon with a meteor form, Meteor, back for these games. Could this be why? There are many overlapping features to both meteorite impact craters and volcanic craters, like their bowl-like shape, elevated rim, and their ability to create crystals. Much like the Terra crystals of Area Zero and the Crystal Pool. Yes, that's right, impact and volcanic craters create crystals, and as we all know, Terra crystals are one of the biggest aspects of the games, which come out of both Area Zero and the Crystal Pool. So why do Poke theorists believe that the description of Area Zero lines up with volcanic craters instead of impact craters? 4 main reasons. Deep versus shallow, erosion and tectonic causes, fertile land, and hexagonal structures. Allow me to explain. It has been pointed out that craters caused by meteorites are typically more shallow than craters caused by volcanic activity, and Area Zero is certainly not shallow. It's even revealed in the Indigo Disk DLC that the event that caused the initial crater of Area Zero was followed by many tectonic and erosion events, creating further depths to Area Zero and expanding its history from over 1 million years old to 2 million years old. This explanation, unveiled by the DLC, supports a volcanic creation of the crater of Paldea as opposed to an impact event, because although tectonics and erosion can affect both, they are key elements in the creation of volcanic craters and not of impact craters. This also applies to the Crystal Pool, as it is located at the top of Oni Mountain, is shaped like a cauldron, has a peaking rim, and has deep caves going down beneath it into the interior of the mountain. Speaking of shapes at Area Zero and the Crystal Pool that indicate a volcanic crater, hexagons play a huge role in the creation of volcanic craters. Over 90% of all volcanic rock on Earth is made of basalt, and basalt does this cool thing when it cools down in the right way. It forms hexagonal columns, just like the hexagonal shape of the Terra crystals in Area Zero and the Crystal Pool. The idea that the hexagons of Area Zero and the Crystal Pool are referencing their volcanic creation is emphasized further when considering the amount of focus the creators of the games have put on hexagonal shapes. Not only can hexagons be found heavily featured in Area Zero and the Crystal Pool, but they can also be found heavily featured all throughout the design of the games, including the graphic for the hidden treasure of Area Zero, the illustration of the legendary treasure, the illustrations for the Phantom Memory page, the illustration and description of the disc Pokémon, the architecture of the bases and time machine, the shape of Suikun's crystal horn, the shape of Walking Wake's crystal horn, the shape of the Terra symbol in the Terra orb, the artwork of Brassius, really all throughout the Pokemon franchise, and Jacques' glasses, which is so conveniently pointed out to us by Hassel. The art professor at Yuva or Naranha Academy gives us a whole class about sacred geometry in nature and Jacques' glasses when he says, "Now, here's some trivia about snowflakes. While snowflakes come in many different shapes and sizes, most are classified as hexagons. Just think of it. Snowflakes fall from the sky, taking similar shapes without anyone saying they must. Do you not feel the great mystery of nature? The beautiful enigma we live in?" This is a bit of a tangent, but Mr. Jacques' glasses are also hexagonal, aren't they? So yeah, the creators of the games are really out here like, do you notice any hexagons in nature? Anywhere? What could that mean? In the classes they want you to go to at the academies that the games and the Paldean region are centered around. Another key factor that distinguishes Area Zero as a volcanic crater instead of an impact crater is that volcanic craters cause a huge boost in the fertility of the land, while impact craters do not. This was just a clip of my full video about the Calderas of Paldea and Kitakami, how they connect to Atlantis, World War II, and a nuclear warning. To see the full video, click the link in the end screen or check out my channel for more new theories about the arcane, esoteric, and occult in anime and video games. Welcome aboard Vessel X I.